Hey there, everyone. Firemac here, and welcome back to the Stormblood through Shadowbringers story recap streams with me, Firemac. And let's just get right back into it. Still making progress on Stormblood Part 1. Making the catfish sing. Lise would like to ask Gyoto a few questions. Right then, Gyoto should be coming around soon. I think it's time we had a little chat, don't you? Oh my god, these cats are driving me nuts. Rise and shine, little fishy! I know you can hear me, so stop pretending to be asleep or I'll give you another ride on my boot. No more boots! All my secrets are yours for the asking! Tell us what you know about Yugiri and Gosetsu. Every last detail. And if I found out later that you lied to me... No more lies! The clear, unvarnished truth. You have my word. Only the samurai did I meet. Yes, only him. He asked after a ship, so I provided an introduction to the Guardians. You mean you led him into a trap as you did us? Because you were an imperial spy? No, I am no spy. It was just business. Fewer ships pass through Kugane these days, and we have struggled to make ends meet. So when the Guardians offered a bounty for any domas found in Kugane... Oh, my mistake. You're not a spy, but a common cutthroat. Now that I'm not that I am surprised. You need half a brain to be a spy. So what happened to the samurai? Such cruel, vicious tongue you have. You would not go quietly. No, blades were drawn, men were cut down, and the Seikei Segumi came. They took the samurai away. Hold on a moment. You mean to tell me the agent they arrested the other day was Gosetsu? Oh, had I but known. If he was in the custody of the Seikei Segumi, I need only see to it that the requisite funds find their way into the right official's hands, and your friend will walk free. As it is in Ulda, so it is in Kugane. But given the circumstances, it seems we have no choice but to resort to morally questionable means. We'll make a pragmatist out of you yet, Master Elfino. You're free to wait here while I speak with the relevant official. But if you would rather wait for Gosetsu outside the barracks, you can go together. I wouldn't put it past the Imperials to try something again, so mayhap it would be best if Lise, Firemac, and I joined you. Alright, what about Gyoto? I will keep an eye on him for the time being. We can release him after you return with Gosetsu. He will doubtless have some choice words to say to the little fellow. Soroban, mayhap it would be prudent to prepare your ship for our immediate departure. As you wish. Everything is in order? Then let us be off. The Seikei Segumi barracks are on the north. Alright, so we're going to Seikei Segumi barracks. I must ask that you wait here. You may be assured that this will not take long. It's really to be as simple as he says, do you think? What just happened? Okay, it's just taking forever. He said it wouldn't take long, right? Because this feels a bit long to me. Calm down, Lise. Everything's going to be alright. Much as I hate to admit it, I share Hancock's dim view of government officials and their supposed incorruptibility. From what I've gleaned... From what I gleaned from the Far East, they're probably exchanging lengthy pleasantries. There seems to be a correct way to do everything here, bribery being no exception. I say we leave them to it, right, Firemac? Right. Everything's fine. Probably. I mean, it couldn't be as bad as the last time we stood around waiting for something to happen. Woo! The waiting continues.
How about
Whoa.
you? Ah!
Was that? That was Gosetsu. I'm sure of it. He's in trouble. Lise, wait!
I suppose we should follow her then.
Victory to the samurai! How many is that now? 10 in a row!
Gosetsu!
Oh! This is a surprise! What in blue blazes are you three doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. We've been looking all over for you, and then I suddenly heard you screaming.
It would seem there has been a misunderstanding. Allow me to explain.
So, in summary, you started a brawl with some off-duty Imperial soldiers and were subsequently arrested by the Sekisugumi, whom you somehow befriended and convinced to set you free if you could defeat a given number of them in single combat.
10 bouts for my freedom, aye. 'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one. And with that, I'm free to go, yes?
Our word once given may not be broken, but we pray you make every effort to avoid future altercations. Circumstances notwithstanding, my lord, we are honored and grateful to have witnessed firsthand the skill of a Doma samurai.
Ah, and we had just concluded negotiations. I gather my assistance was not required.
Gosetsu is awesome. I'm making sure I am recording. Once more, to the Ruby Sea! For a man who has just defeated 10 samurai in a row, Gosetsu is looking rather sheepish. I must apologize that you ended such trials and tribulations in search of me! There's no need for that. You had no way of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take you to Doma, yes? Just so happens we have found a willing captain. Truly? What fortune! We will tell you all about it back at the company offices. Alphino and Tachiru are waiting for us there. To the Ruby Bazaar. They do say the same thing every time, by the way. Gosetsu thinks the 12 you are unharmed. As you can see, Master Alphino, I am the very picture of health! You, vile fiend! Malevolent trickster! How kind the kami are to grant me vengeance so soon! But first I demand you to return the coin you so villainously embezzled from me! You have every right to be angry, good sir. Gladly I would return you your coin, had I not been forced to repay certain gambling debts beforehand. Setting the matter aside for the moment, where is Lady Yugiri? Was she not traveling with you? For a time, eh? But we parted ways some while ago, the better to improve our chances to fighting Lord Hien. Lord Hien? Forgive me, I have yet to explain. Lord Hien is the heir to Doma's throne, and our master. His was a passionate voice for the cause of Doman liberation. When we learned of the Emperor's death, it only grew louder. So you seized upon the opportunity and rose to reclaim your freedom, only for your hopes to be dashed when Xenos led his army onto your lands. The Crown Prince was a merciless foe. Against him and the might of the 12th, we had no chance. Once Lord Hien understood this, he bade Yugiri to take to the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight, that they might have more time to escape. I remained by his side as well, and together we carried on our doom to war. Then one day in a fierce battle, we were separated. I knew not what became of him, only that he was beyond the Empire's reach, and that to find him I would need Yugiri's aid. Yugiri. The situation grows more perilous by the day, for the new Viceroy, Yotsuyu, is a black-haired villainess who delights in the torment of our people. There is naught she would not do to further her pursuit of Lord Hien. Thank you. I believe that makes matters a good deal clearer. It should please you to learn that we are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front in resuming their efforts to overthrow their imperial oppressors. Then allow me to join you! My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return to Orthard. Once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yangsha, where we shall all be reunited with Yugiri. Mayhap not all. Alphino's talents would seem better applied here in Kugane, working closely with Taru and Hancock to feed us intelligence. There's a Guardian embassy just down the road, after all. While I appreciate the vote of confidence, I should be glad to accompany you all. As a soldier in the field, so to speak? Come now, brother. A competent commander assigns his soldiers the tasks best suited to them, as you of all people should know, and you are so very good at espionage and in intrigue. I don't think I gave it a proper voice, but you know what? It's fine. For all we must serve, each in our own way. Hold on, I'm giving everyone the loud voice. Hold on. For we all must serve in each in our own way. Very well. It would seem my place is here. Don't worry, you're with me. Soraban is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot. here too. There's something going on with my teeth that's really bothering me. I have been awaiting for you, my friends. All preparations have been completed, and my ship awaits its passengers. Shall we depart without further delay? After you, my shelled friend. If you insist, with me, everyone. The Ruby Sea awaits. And there we go. Zone number 3, everybody.
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun.
Yeah, don't worry about that giant-ass tower.
A shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
Okay. How wide and beautiful she is, the Ruby Sea, filled with promise and adventure and treasures. Many wonderful treasures. Open water. One does not simply cross the Ruby Sea, as Sorabon well knows. Now, in order to reach the shores of Othard, you will need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel, and your life should you resist. But this fate can be avoided by paying the Ruby Tithe, thereby earning you the blessing of the Pirate Lords. So let us go and greet them. Our destination is the isle to the west. That doesn't look very far to me, Firemac. Firemac, why don't we jump in and swim for it? Why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think you shall find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the isle. Oh, and I was gonna say, there she goes. Yeah, you can swim, but I'm gonna fly there. Yo, what's up, Lise? Right, this should be easy, and a good way to loosen up before the next fight whenever it comes. 20 Gills says I beat you there. Sure, Lise, sure. So yeah, if you were playing this without flying, without having found all the flying, you would be forced to swim, yeah. Ah, there you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one whom we must speak is a man named Tansui. There he is. I fear you have the advantage of me. Most honorable and esteemed Firemac Summers, I am Tansui, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss. Boys with boats. Tansui's face betrays nothing as he looks up and down. You wish to pay the ruby tithe, yes? With your guild, perhaps? It is just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for their passage to Orthard. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction? The sea has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely unless you tripled it. Do you take me for a fool? I know the price, as do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you came from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters in our custom, and the foolhardy sharpen their knives in anticipation. Meaning? Sir, you got to come quickly. The bastards are at it again. I tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. Very well. I will be there shortly. A proposition. Your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. I would not hear men name a cat before Koban, so I shall consider their tithe paid. Not for what they have done, but for what I expect they will do. I'm not sure what to make of that man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled for now. What was that? What was that he and the other pirate were talking about? Maybe we ought to go and have a look. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, dun 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 dun. You'd have me go this whole way on foot, man. How cruel were they? Destination. I just noticed that the NPCs were there. They were just in the distance.
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pirate. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Gallian Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent. And the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kugane stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own. Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat. And the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory, or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put to sea at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
We are what are we waiting for? Come, Soroban cannot have gone far. Though now that I think of it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kugane brethren. I doubt he thought... Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless, it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least to the Confederate encampment. Where's Soroban? Over there? Okay, cool. And we're going on Spinning Turtleback. How appropriate. Where is he? He's gotta be up here, right? No, he's down. He's down one. Oh, there he is. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As me have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by the Red Brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiance as a whole. You understand? Kami be praised! Too often are shellless quick to judge all Kugane for their deeds of one. Right then, now that our business with Tansui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. To bend with the wind, Soroban is in high spirits. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. So that reminds me, Firemac. Would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less likely we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades. Oh, you're one of the Egen from the beach. Egen. Leaving us already? No need to pay the tithe. Like Tansu said, on the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you for a fair price. Soroban. 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 You have spoken with the Confederates up above, then? Excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time. All aboard! Then let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Wait, Tansui said that the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Hold on, I didn't give Alice the voice. Should Isari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it is safer to come ashore somewhere some distance away. Very well, I know just the place. Here we are. I'm reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Soroban. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are so much too kind, good sir. I know that not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best and hope that we shall meet again. Bye-bye. Toodles. Robert. So we finally arrived in Orthard. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma? Yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor. The element of surprise. Unlike in Igir Abania, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, they have been that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Doma Liberation Fund will even up the odds a bit. But before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tansui was talking about. It may well be. I smell cerulean on the breeze. I gave him Swarmon's voice a bit there, didn't I?
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
There she is.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Yeah, it's the big O from before.
Filth and squalor everywhere, I think. How very Doma. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You're free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word. Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
Screwed up, man. Nope, I will not. I will not show restraint. Not here. We will show them no mercy.
Stop and think for a moment.
Nope, absolutely not.
If you go charging in now, every one of those villagers is as good as dead.
I'm gonna kill them all if we have a chance. Welcome. Kill them all.
We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Yeah, this one's much harder to watch than what happened with the skulls.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
As much as I love this scene, it is completely tarnished by what is about to happen, and you'll slowly see it unfold here. I hate it as much as you, maybe even more. Every fire in my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek at the aid of the distant tower, yes? For want of barter. For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. Okay, so just keep in mind about all the quests we're about to do. Gosetsu is currently probably getting tortured right now, or doing who knows what. He's just sitting there as he takes the abuse from these Imperials. Just keep that in mind. Just take that in mind. He's in there trapped while we're off doing these quests. Just keep that in mind. We seem to have evaded their patrol so far. What is that tower anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we are on Onokoro, and the tower known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Gods, listen to me, I'm starting to sound like Alphano. Next thing you know, I'm going to be saying things like, as you are doubtless already aware. Over there? Did you see it? Does look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two, was it? Calm down. We had nothing to do with... Wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. probably not know. Oh, as you can see, Alize is a proper red mage now. Time to run, Lise. We save our strength for any that gives chase. You too, Firemac. I didn't give her the proper voice. I don't think I did. Yeah. Going back and forth between Lise and Alize. They're kind of similar in the voice I kind of gave them, but it's not. Not exactly. Let's get our chocobo friend. That was weird. Gotta defeat the Gyukio. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to share an island with these things. Now all we need to do is convince them to help us. Simple, right? So simple. Oh, there's a cinema here! And they even got their own aetherite. Wait a minute. I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tansui, which means this place belongs to... Oh. Confederate consternation. Alize seems bemused to find herself standing outside the Confederate settlement. It would seem we have found a Confederate settlement, mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So Gosetsu bade us to seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor. The self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for the tithe. Hey, Tansui's here. What brings you hither out of all places? Were you not bound for Orther's shores? I see. I trust that you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No? Then what do you want a second... What, do you want a second opinion? Very well. Come with me. I will take you to the Captain Rasho. Just like that? An audience with a leader? How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people, and this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant's Toll. Oh boy. Alright. Rancho. Greetings! You must be Rancho, leader of the Confederacy and so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm going to stop talking now. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found in the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. So you see, man, there's like Gosetsu's getting beat up, and we're like messing around over here. We should probably go help him. Gosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. I know him. I know of him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Isari? The Garlands have long maintained presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remain secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage in the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garlands declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us... Ow! Hey, Firemac, I know that didn't go well, but I'm prepared to give up... I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince him to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're of the same mind. 'Tis little wonder they refused. They have done naught to persuade... We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. Wait, that was not... No, that was Alice saying. I did give Alice their proper voice. Right? I tried to give Alice like a more refined voice because the way she speaks. And Lisa tried to just give her a more energetic. Not necessarily super energetic because I had to voice her a lot. It's just... Obviously, that's more energetic than the usual person. The arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly to display no signs of recent use or maintenance. Wait, why are we doing this? So we're just looking around, basically. Trying to get any kind of clue. Oh my gosh! By the way, I just wanna... This guy's name is Bankai. You know, if you're a Bleach fan. Bankai! You guys know. Where are my Bleach fans at? Interacting with the stacked crates. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here on closer inspection, however most are empty. Alright, so where's the third thing at? Wasn't here. Oh, well, okay, yeah. Nawasho. Nawashiro. Nawa White. Because that's what Shido means. Taking an interest in the ship? Good eye. Good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time she was a beauty. The Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones, like this Sekibune, only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently. What with those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around, if it wasn't for them, well, no use for moaning about what you can't change, eh? Okay, alright. Had a good look around? Then we just need to wait for Lise. I think I gave her Lisa's voice by accident. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. It's just as Tansui said, they have no intention of standing up to Yotsuyu. I don't know if you two got a different impression. Under the right circumstances, they might help us. Going with that one. I agree. It's obvious that they are struggling to survive, and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later. Yeah, or later. And deep down, they all know it. The only thing that's holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove that to them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? Of course. Ugh. Wouldn't it be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that? And you know it won't be the last. I'll look around the western end of Onokoro, and you two take to the east. Good luck. Joy. Welcome to how Stormblood is the entire time. Yeah, I've learned to eat the emote Eastern Bow. Cool. 3 freaking quests. And I won't be able to accept them all at once either, and that's the annoying thing.